I was extremely elated and skeptical at the same time. I think it's just a mixed bag of feelings at this point in time with Jeremie Frimpong. Again, the 24-year-old plays for Netherlands, is originally from Ghana, has roots there. He's been playing with Leverkusen since the last many years. Came in from Celtic, has played in the Man City Youth Academy. So there's a lot of history with this young guy right there. Um, he knows what the Premier League is all about, right? He knows what the Premier League is all about. I've been hearing a lot of criticism on social media about his position. Will it suit Liverpool's 4-3-3? Will Onslaught change his formation to a 3-4-3? What is the likeliness of him adjusting to Liverpool and to the Premier League while Liverpool is actually signing him? See, we need a replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and we cannot expect to get a fullback with the exact same traits. In fact, I don't want a fullback like Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't think that is someone who we should be familiarizing with anymore. He's departing from the club, and I don't want another defensive conundrum. And Frimpong, in a way, was deployed in as a wingback under Xabi Alonso for Leverkusen. He can be extremely threatening, and that's what he majorly did. He ran havoc with his pace, with the tendency to get into take-ons and to dribble past defenders and just to try link up with short passes and trying to get in behind the defense and you know um, trying his best to finish everything that he has. I think these are traits of a proper winger, right? But at the same time, I think his work ethic, his work rate, in fact, he clocked 36.2 kilometers per hour. I think that's one of the top speeds amongst the other players who have clocked at a similar rate, like Kyle Walker. You can talk about Alexandra Pato, so many other people from the previous years. But I still feel this player is exceptional. This guy is exceptional. For 50 million, I still feel he is actually a bargain if you're getting him for 35 million. I think that's what his release clause is all about. But if he joins Liverpool, man, I'll be really happy. And even if he plays as a fullback, to be honest, I think he has enough lungs, enough pace. His work ethic is impeccable. This guy can actually run throughout the 90 minutes. And I think he is much better when it comes to his touches, which are mostly in the opposition's half. He's had more touches than Trent in the opposition half. Likes to get on the ball too often, is really comfortable with the ball, and even though he has a tendency of losing possession a bit, there are going to be ifs or buts to every acquisition that we've had in the past couple of seasons. But I'll tell you one thing for sure, yeah. One thing is there for sure, that this player has a lot more pros than cons. And those of you who are worried about Liverpool's defensive conundrums, I think they cease to exist, to be honest. Let's just be honest about that. I don't think it's going to be difficult to cover him, and a player who's this electric and who is going to actually give us more going front is what we actually need, right? I think we have a tendency of relying on our fullbacks or our wingbacks, as you want to call Jeremy Frimpong. But I think he's going to be, it's all about positional play, right? I think under Onslaught, it can also be that he's positioned a bit ahead as a fullback, right? You can call him a hybrid fullback or a wingback, as I think there's going to be something new about him, is what I'm trying to say. And I think we are going to be in for a good surprise. I think Onslaught has a lot more to what we have seen from him so far. Um, yeah, but talking about Frimpong, man, I think he's done justice to his role. I think this season he's been amazing, man. Bundesliga again, a 10 goal assist contribution in 25 starts and 8 from the bench. And even the last couple of seasons, I've seen his stats. They're always in double figures. For a fullback or a wingback, it's always a bonus, to have good figures, good numbers on your side. And if you ask me honestly, I think there's a lot of smart work done by Liverpool. I think our talent acquisition team, the analytics team, I think we do a tremendous job in house. I think it's been proven in the last couple of seasons, even though we've been deemed to sign pretty average players, but our managers are as such. The recruitment, the directors, the board as such is focused on the technical aspect of the game and taking the most out of the managers, out of the positions that they're recruiting. Similarly, you can compare it to any model of hierarchy in an organization. The vertical hierarchy, and the horizontal hierarchy, it really matters. How decentralized do you want your system to be? Um, you know, and you leverage the most out of honest work. And I think Liverpool is one of those clubs who are actually doing a lot of honest work. If you do not want to shy away from work ethic, I think it all stems from the management. I used to be FSG out myself, maybe 5 years ago or 6 years ago, you can say that. But man, no matter how much they avoid spending, big sums, but they've done justice to it completely. I think we've always had a knack of winning trophies, and I hope this system of functioning is healthy. Don't even I'm not an advocate of expending too many funds to bring in players because you never know if they might work or not. Look at Darwin Nunez. They went and bought him for 80 million. Look what happened with him. In fact, I have him at the back in the backdrop. Big fan, but sometimes players don't work with clubs, and with Liverpool, that's not really the case. I think in the last 10, 12 years, our recruitment has skyrocketed. It has improved massively, and which is why I have opened the injury chart for Jeremie Frimpong. I think he is not a player who's prone to injuries. As you can see, he was out for only 8 days in the 23-24 season. 53 days is what he was out for in 21-22 with a ligament tear, and the knock for 4 days in 19-20. But he hasn't missed a major chunk of fixtures, and this is what you actually look for in the player as well. But I also want to see what his partnership is going to be like with the likes of Konate, with McAllister, and with Salah, because these are the players that he'll be really um, supporting, right? Around him. These are the players who are going to be around him. These are the players he'll be looking to link up with, even with the likes of Gravenberg or Soboslai. I think Jeremie Frimpong's role is going to revolutionize this new era under Onslaught. I think this transfer is going to go through for sure. I just did a video on Dean Huijsen. I think that transfer is locked and sealed for sure. But then I feel this is the second transfer, and the reason why I'm doing a video on this is because I'm sure that he's going to come to Liverpool and it's all going to be done. Again, a bargain, man, a bargain for a baller of this sort. I think it's going to be an amazing signing for us, and I'm just looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, the recruitment's just been pinpoint accurate, right? And I think Liverpool is going to bring in 3 players this season, if I'm not wrong. Like at least in the summer, I think 3 players. Again, I would have loved 4, but I think we can do with 3 players too. And we were speculating whether they're going to be bringing in a defender, a centre back. I don't think that's really going to happen. But yeah, I think a Frimpong can also be deployed as a right winger, if I'm not wrong. Moments where we feel like Salah has hit a dip, I think he's going to be the right replacement for him. And maybe a Conor Bradley. You never know what Onslaught has in his little mind up there, but I'm like I said, it'll be a surprise element for us for sure. You don't know how he's going to be deployed, and resilience is what Liverpool has been all about, what the players have been all about. With the likes of Gini Wijnaldum, you can talk about James Milner, right? You can talk about Thiago, you can talk about Henderson. These guys have actually played in almost all of the attacking positions. Frimpong is really comfortable on the ball, and he loves getting into take-on situations, 1v1 duality, has a tendency of winning duels, definitely higher than what Trent was achieving. So I'm happy his defensive numbers are better than what we had in our primary fullback in the past. Let me know, what do you guys feel about this transfer? Is it going to be a game changer for Liverpool? The new season 25-26, is it going to go through? If you feel, whatever you feel, just jot down in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, please do not shy away from subscribing and do like the video.